I'm Gail and welcome back to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Today we're going to make a low-carb ground beef meat pie. I've got that oven going, it's getting cool outside, and this is a great meal when it's chilly out. So anyway, let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a low-carb crust. And I've got 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. And I have 2 ounces of cream cheese. And I'm going to put it in the microwave on high for 1 minute. Okay, I put it in for a minute and now I'm just going to stir it all up and mix the cream cheese in with the mozzarella cheese. I always want to pronounce mozzarella with an N in there. It's mozzarella cheese. Okay, that looks good. And the cheeses smell good too. Okay, now I'm just going to set that aside for a minute and then I'm going to bring over another bowl and I'm going to add in 1 1/4 cup of almond flour. And then we're going to add in 1/2 teaspoon of, I put Himalayan salt in mine, and then 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So we're just going to mix that all up. And I like using my hands with a glove. I find it works the best. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add in the cheese. Make sure I get it all here. Mix this up a bit. And then we're going to add in 1 egg. And I like putting the egg in last because the cheese is very warm and I don't want my egg cooking on me. So I'm just going to mix this by hand because I find it works better than the spatula. I just wanted to get it started. So I mixed it until I got all the almond flour mixed in with the cheese. And now we're going to add in our 1 beaten egg. And we're going to mix this well. So once I got it mixed, then we're going to roll it out. So now I'm going to take my silicone mat and put on top. And we're going to roll it out. So I'll keep working on this till I get it. Actually, takes a little bit of time to do this, but it's definitely worth it. It's a delicious recipe. I hope you guys try it. I thought this time I would just take the time and really roll it out in front of you so you can see, you know, because lots of times I'll do it so far and then I stop the video and then I continue it when I basically have it finished. And I wanted to maybe take a little bit longer of a video, but you can see it's really not that hard. The silicone mat is absolutely amazing. It's definitely worthwhile investing in them, I think. And I think I got the red one at Home Hardware, and these other mat, the top mat, I got it at Costco, and there's 3 in a package. So I think I want to make sure I have it a nice size so that I can put a little edge on. And I'm not going to put a topping of crust on the top of the meat pie. I'm just going to do the bottom. So I think we're ready. So now I have to get it into the dish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to put in my cutting board underneath of it. I'm just hoping that this will work better. And I'm going to flip it over. So here we go. Okay. Let's see what we've got here. There we go. Isn't that perfect? I hope it works out as well for you as it did for me. And now we just start playing a little and get it sunk in. Even if it splits, it's no big deal. And you know what? Instead of even rolling it, you could have just taken it and pressed it into the pie plate. That probably would have been a lot easier, but I wanted to show you this way as well. So I'm just going to play with it and make it pretty. Okay, so I've got my crust all ready to go, and now we're going to make our filling with our ground beef. Now it would have been easier probably just to take your dough and press it all in, but I wanted to show you how to also roll out the dough, because I ended up having to cut off the edges, and I stuck pieces along the edges, which it probably would have been easier just to put it in the plate and spread it out with your fingers. So let's get started with the filling. Okay, now we're going to work on making the filling for our pie, our meat pie. So this is 1.5 pounds of lean ground beef, and I just turned the burner on, and we're going to add in a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and we're going to add in 2 teaspoons of onion powder, and then 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I gotta turn this around here so I can mix it in. We'll get this mixed in, and then we're going to add in two tablespoons of Dijon mustard. If I could get this without my hands being in the way. I have to get my spatula. Now we'll mix this all up, and we want to totally cook the hamburger, the ground beef. Great recipe. I think you're going to really like this one. Now you could, in fact, make a crust for the top of it also, but I figured I had enough on there. And that's why I just did the crust on the bottom. So I'm going to cook this up. So while my ground beef is cooking, I've got 3 eggs in here that I whisked. And I'm going to add in 3/4 cup of, this is my enchilada tomato sauce that I made. I'm using it. And I'm using it because that's what I have in the house. but you can use any kind of tomato sauce. Just make sure it's really low carb, and you'll be all set with that. Or you can even use tomato paste. It's up to you. So I'm just going to mix this in. And then I've got a cup of mozzarella cheese. Now, cheddar cheese would be awesome with it also. But I had this shredded from when I made the dough, so I just decided to use it. But you definitely use cheddar cheese. Okay, so I've got this all mixed up, and when I get the ground beef cooked, we're going to pour this in, and then we're going to start putting our pie together. Okay, so what I've done is I've strained my ground beef, and I'm going to dump the meat into the dough. I'm going to spread this around. And then the mixture that I mixed up in here with the eggs and the enchilada sauce that I had left over and the cheese, I'm going to pour it on top. And we'll spread it around. Now I've got the oven on at 375. And I'm going to put it in, it just depends, between 35 to 40 minutes. And then we will share the results. Okay, we're all set. So I just took the pie out of the oven, and it took almost 30 minutes. I took it out because it looked like it was done, and I didn't want my crust to get too dark along the edges. My goodness, here's my low-carb ground beef meat pie. Delicious, and it really turned out well. So let's give it a try. It came out of the pan very easily. So we're going to give her a taste and see what I think. Delicious. It's really, really nice. I guess we're going to have this for supper tonight. So if you'd like to try this recipe, go to lowcarbrecipe.ideas.com. Try this one and try some of my others. You take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.